Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my 31-week bump date, and I actually made this video before. I didn't make a list of what I wanted to cover in the video, and it just kind of went all over the place. It was a mess. So I am redoing it with a list of things that I want to cover. It's mostly symptoms. Some of it is more mental or observations, I guess. So let's get started because it might take a long time. The first symptom would be shortness of breath, and I mean, moving is hard. I keep saying that because every time I get up from something or get down from something, or if I'm trying to reach something that's like on the counter or something, I groan and I moan. and I have to explain, I feel that I have to explain to people that it's hard for me to move. I can't just press my stomach up against the counter and reach anymore. I have to really go over the counter or table or whatever. So yeah, shortness of breath because of difficulty moving. That's the next symptom, aspect of being pregnant, is difficulty moving. It is harder for me to move because I have a bowling ball in my uterus. Yeah. It feels like a bowling ball and it kind of looks like a bowling ball, but it's actually about a 16-inch baby. Really quick, I guess a little update on the baby really, is that she's about 16 inches and she weighs almost 4 pounds. Yeah. I'm technically 31 weeks and 2 days, but I'm calling it 31 weeks because what's 2 days? Anyway, moving on. The next one would be back and hip pain. Now, I didn't really start getting massive pain until about last night, and I think a lot of it has to do with the weather change, because we actually have some pretty heavy clouds and we're supposed to get rain today, and I have tendonitis in my left wrist from when I was playing guitar and sewing and weaving and knitting and all the things that I did at one point. So my everything is just kind of hurting right now, particularly sensitive areas that I've injured in the past. So my back hurts. It feels like I need to pop it, but I can't because then it's like I feel all the baby kind of being squished and I don't like that. So yeah, I guess another addition to that would be that I have not bought any like compression bands or compression socks or shirts or pants or leggings or anything like that. And not that I wouldn't like them, but I'm just so tapped on money, I just don't really see the purpose in paying for it. I'm sure it would have helped, but I've gone through it without them, so I don't. I'm in the last trimester. I don't see the point in spending the money on them. So yeah. The next symptom is frequent peeing, which is so true. I the baby is head down and she's putting a lot of pressure on my pelvis, like everything in there. That includes my bladder. I feel that I have to pee a lot more now. Like I could just go to the bathroom, come back, take one little drink of water, and then need to pee again. So it's kind of amusing. Nothing I'm worried about though. I mean, I'm pregnant. I'm allowed to pee. The next thing I want to cover, I guess that's really it for symptoms. Yeah, that's really it for symptoms. Two more things that I added at the bottom of the list The next one for symptoms is stretch marks. I don't really have stretch marks yet. I have a couple at the bottom of my belly. Like, I can't even, but it's at the bottom of my belly where like no one can see it. Excuse me. And then, but the rest of it is pretty good. You know, I have the hair growing on my stomach and stuff, but oh well. Next symptom is what they refer to as lightning crotch. I don't like that name. It sounds like an STD. But yeah, I experienced that a couple of days ago, and it was beyond uncomfortable. I actually had to breathe through the pain of it. Now, if you don't know what lightning crotch is, it's basically the baby is putting a lot of pressure on your cervix, and you have a lot of nerves in your cervix, and basically lightning crotch is all of those nerves being pinched at once, and it hurts, to say the least. Yeah, that's really it about symptoms. Moving on. Baby kicks. Now, from 20 weeks, I got a lot of very sharp, jabby kind of movements from the baby, and it felt different than what they feel like now. Now they feel more like rolls, and they're a lot more gentle now, as opposed to jabby. And I'm not gonna lie, at first it kind of worried me because I thought maybe she wasn't moving as much, but it turns out she's moving about the same. It just feels different because she's bigger and I'm bigger. So if you're also in your third trimester and you're noticing a change in your baby's movements, it's normal. It's normal for them to become more smooth and strideful, if that makes sense. Another thing I want to add about the belly is how it can go from feeling hard to soft. And I think a lot of that has to do with the baby's position. If you're still getting movements and not feeling distressed or anything like that, I think it's normal and I think it's okay. It's nice feeling that firm belly because you really feel pregnant, and then when it goes soft, you're thinking, oh crap. But I think it's incredibly normal. Just kind of wait for the baby to move, and it'll get hard again. So, again, if you're in my position, such as the third trimester, keep that in mind if you're worrying about whether or not your belly is hard enough, because your baby is most likely okay. The next thing will be emotions. I think, give or take a couple of episodes, emotionally I've been pretty okay. The holidays really stressed me out, kind of screwed us over financially, which is adding stress to us because we have plans for our future, and they've been halted and put back again. So, but that's not really pregnancy related. It's more just life. The next one is intuition. I'm going to kind of blend these two together, the emotions and intuition, because I feel like they kind of coincide. I just have this feeling, it started kind of yesterday, that something's going to happen. I don't know what. I don't know if it's going to be an earthquake. We've been getting them around here, so, I mean, it could be an earthquake. I don't know if it's some kind of storm. I don't know if someone I know is going to get hurt. I don't know if I'm going to go into early labor. I just know something's going to happen. and it's kind of stressing me out. And mostly because I can't pinpoint what's going to happen. I just know something's going to happen. And I think that's about it for the emotions and intuition. Other than me being emotional right now has a lot to do with this feeling that something's going to happen. I just don't know what. The animals have been acting very strange. The birds have been acting very strange. There's this feeling in the air that's strange. The next thing I want to cover is the shots and vaccines. Now, vaccines are a very controversial topic. However, I don't think the flu shot is necessary because every single time the flu comes around, it's a different strain. So every year or whatever, sometimes twice a year, you're getting 2 different flu shots. Why? It's really not necessary. You just treat it and stick through it, tough it out. Because with the flu shot, you really don't know what's in there. Not that you can detect what's in any other vaccine, but something as simple as the flu shot and, something as simple as the flu, you don't really need a vaccine for it because it's not a vaccine. It's a vaccine for that particular strain, and people end up getting sick anyway. So I didn't get a flu shot. I was told that I was going to need the Rogum shot because they said that my blood type was different than the baby's, but turns out it's not. The people who previously took my blood type gave me a wrong answer. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Hi, Bear. No, say hi. No. Say hi. Say hi. What's going on, Baron? So I didn't get the Rogum shot. I did get the whooping cough vaccine, which is also known as Tdap, which is tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. Basically, it's a tetanus shot that helps vaccinate your baby against whooping cough, which I am okay with as someone who lives with respiratory problems. I have bronchitis. I was born with it. Bronchial asthma. So the rate that unvaccinated children die of whooping cough is alarming, and if I can prevent it, I will. At least try. So I got that. My symptoms after that were incredibly sore arm, which is I'm used to, but I was dizzy and I was nauseous for the entire day afterward. That was a really bad day. Now that I think about it, it was just a really bad day. But I'm glad I got the vaccine. And I'm glad I didn't need an extra shot. So from now on, they said I shouldn't need any more shots. I have my water bottle in Baron's way. Hold on. Moving on. The next one is low blood sugar. I got the results of my glucose test, and my results came back as low, and I didn't think they were that low, but my doctor said that they were a bit low, meaning she was concerned that I wasn't eating enough. Which I think I am. I mean, I've gained more weight than I intended to during this pregnancy. That can't all be baby. So, had to deal with low blood sugar. Symptoms may include shakiness, dizziness, faintness, like you feel like you're gonna faint, stomach upset, muscle weakness. And what you want to do is eat snack every 2 hours, really. Try to make it healthy and things that do kind of regulate your sugar as opposed to spiking it up and down. That's really it. Speaking of weight gain, that's the next thing. I've gained about 35 pounds, which was not my intention, but I'm also not surprised. I'm more just like, there's a part of me that says, that's like nagging me about it. The baby's healthy, and I know basically after I give birth, almost all of it's gonna drop, but it's how it is. I don't want to go on much more about that. Next one, I already talked about changing baby's movements. Some days she's more active than others. That's really the best way I can explain it. Some days she's incredibly active. She's moving all the time, even when I'm moving. You know, they say when you're moving or standing, your baby will be like lulled to sleep. Not my child. When she wants to do something, she will do it. So, like yesterday, she was not as active, but I got several punches and kicks and rolls and nudges from her, so I know things are okay. And every time we check her heart rate at the doctor's, it's perfect. You know, it's good. It's really good, really healthy. And everything seems to be going good right now. That's really the end of it. This video is very long, so I'm going to show you my belly, and I will insert a picture of my belly as well, including a little onesie that I made and the basic steps on how I made it. From the front with clothes, from the side, from the side. I don't think I've gotten much bigger from the last video. You can kind of see the whole, like, also right there, you see little stretch marks here. But from the side, and then from the side again. Kind of insert a little snippet of my baby's name, her first name, and yeah, we'll call it a video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to follow. Eventually I will have more than just baby updates, but it has to be the right time. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or message me, and I will see you next time. Oj, ty rzeko,